And welcome everybody, happy Monday. This is FXPassion broadcasting live on YouTube. And we have the echo. Just give it a second. Okay. So, our goal for you is to become consistently profitable, minimum 3 months, knowing when, how and why you make, and also knowing when, how and why you lose money. You should not be allowed to trade with real money until you reach the goal. What is the goal? To become consistently profitable. Minimum 3 months. If you are not going to listen to us, here is the risk disclaimer. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose, and the webinars are not investment advice, they are for educational purposes only. Your job is to question everything and don't be fooled after you understand all of these things and master. Trading is still 80% emotional, psychological, and only 20% technical. So in order to be successful at trading, you need to have your mind and your heart in the right place. And remember, if being consistently profitable is difficult, you probably still have things to learn. And if your way is not working, why don't you try ours? Our, I mean maybe mine, maybe Wheezy's, maybe Dogdav's, maybe Sky is the limits, right? And remember, 90% of traders who makes it between the 3rd and the 5th year of learning. For additional coaching or training or just questions, everybody, if you want to make questions, you can send an email or Skype or LinkedIn. That being said, let's dive into the live markets. In today's lesson is how the higher time frame control the smaller time frame. So if you want a currency pair, just type it in the chat box. If not, we are going with our Euro CAD, right? Euro CAD was lately a currency pair that we explained a lot of things. So this is where we were, this is where we left, right? We said that the monthly is down, right? We said then the up is trend structure is up on the weekly, and we said that on the daily the structure is down, and then we said that on the 2 hour, 1 hour, 4 hour, whatever, the trend is down, I mean up. So this is where we left on Friday. So this is the monthly chart. Monthly, this is the monthly time frame, right? This is the weekly. The weekly structure is up. Right? Then we said that this is the daily. Daily is down, and we said that 1, 2 hours, whatever, okay, 1 or 2 hours is up, right? And we said that no time frame is better trading wise, right? We are talking about trading. No time frame is better. However, today we are going to learn a concept, everybody. Extremely important concept. The higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. Okay, this is the concept for today. Forex trading and analyzing concept. The higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. Okay, now what does this mean? We are not talking about trading, we are talking about market direction. So concept about market direction, better like this, right? The higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. Okay, let's see if we got it. Concept about market direction. The higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. Okay, now what do you think, everybody, if let's say that this is the Okay, let me just adjust one thing. Just a second. Enter down here. Okay, now it's better. Let's say that this is the monthly time frame right now, and the monthly time frame is up here. Okay, this is the monthly time frame. Let's do it like this, and a bigger one, and a bigger one like this. Okay, this is the monthly. Now what do you think we are going to have on the monthly? If this is structure, okay, with this is structure, so let's write this down. This is monthly structure. What you are going to have, everybody? If this is monthly structure, what else you are going to have? Well, of course you are going to have the waves, right? You are going to have the higher highs, higher low, higher high, 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 lower low, lower 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 high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and so on and so on and so on. Correct? So if this is the monthly chart, what do you think you are going to have on the weekly chart? Tricky question, but this is the question, everybody. Disable. So, well, if the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame, and we are going to build like this, the uptrend line, like this and like this, right? This is the uptrend line. Now let's color code the weekly chart with the green. Okay, let's go with the green. So what you are going to have, everybody, on the weekly chart, you are going to have structure, right? High, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Now look what are you seeing right now, everybody, and think. Okay, so we are looking at the same currency pair, just on the different time frame, and the concept is that the about market direction is the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame, right? So the blue line is the monthly structure, the green line is the weekly structure. So let's write weekly structure, the green one, weekly structure, monthly structure, and we are going to add something more, monthly highs and lows. I'm telling you, this is going to be a difficult lesson today, so if you have questions, please ask. Okay, so this is the monthly structure, and the blue ones, right, the blue ones are the, let's color code this in monthly highs and lows. Okay, this is the monthly structure. Let's color code it in black, I believe. It's going to be better. So let's color code in black, and like this, maybe like that, and also this one. Let's, so the picture is clear. So monthly structure, and those are the monthly highs and lows here. Okay, monthly structure is the black. Passion, I don't understand. Yes sir, yes sir, just give me a second. Monthly structure, black. Okay, black color is the monthly structure. Monthly highs and lows. Sorry, monthly highs and lows. Blue color. Okay, the blue color represents the monthly highs and lows. Weekly structure is the green. Okay, green color. Okay, so what can you see right now, everybody? You can see that in the same uptrend, and we are not even half, we didn't talk about half of the things on a monthly time frame. Okay, and the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. On the monthly, you are going to have first the waves from the monthly, right? Then you are going to have structure on the green, structure on the weekly, which is going to be different than the monthly highs and lows, and different with the monthly structure. But what I'm telling you, everybody, that in the end, both time frames, if the monthly is up, both time frames are going to end up here. This is the main point, everybody. Okay, what else I'm trying to tell you, that if the monthly time frame is retracing, so are you going to do the weekly, the daily, and the 1 2 hour in all the smaller time frames. Okay, and in the end, the monthly time frame is going to dictate where is the end of the retracement for all the other time frames. So this is the concept. And let's write one more thing. So remember while trading, so the monthly time frame is going to dictate, or going to lead, leader is going to lead the extension and the retracement trends inside the trends for the smaller time frames, right? Weekly, daily, 1 2 hours, and so on and so on and so on. Okay. So remember, while trading, the monthly time frame is going to lead the extension and the retracement, meaning trends inside the trends, right? For the smaller time frame, weekly, daily, 1 or 2 hour. What do I mean? Is until the black, the monthly is down, is retracing, right? You are going to have on the weekly and daily, you are going to have trends inside this. The smaller the time frame, the bigger is going to be the trend. But in the end, all the time frames are going to converge at the higher low. Okay, all the time frames are going to converge at the higher low of the monthly. Why is that? Because the monthly time frame controls all the other time frames. The higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. So let's write this down. So the monthly, all the time frames are going to converge at the monthly low. Okay, this is the point. I know it's confusing, I know it's difficult to understand. Try to understand, try to think with me. Okay, so edit label, going to, let me see, converge at the, let's see if like this is better. Okay, a little bit better. All the time frames are going to converge at the monthly low, and this is extremely important for the beginner trader, because you want to understand, everybody, why are you winning and why are you losing. Example, if the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame, and if you zoom in this chart, this theory chart, right, if you zoom in, you are going to see that you have a fall here on the monthly highs and lows. You have a fall, right? And you could say, well, I'm in a downtrend on the smaller time frame, which you are, but when the monthly finds its low, then it's going to start to go up, right? And if you are going to lose on this trade, everybody, you need to know why, because I'm going to ask you, Peter or Janice or Ahmed or whatever, Jean-Paulo or Daniel or Igor, Simon, whatever, Daniela, whatever, why did you lose this trade? You need to know these things, everybody. Why did you lose this trade? And you're going, well, I was in a downtrend from the weekly, right? The weekly structure, the green one, the weekly structure is down. I was in a downtrend, and also the market was making lower lows, lower highs. Okay, so why did you lose this trade? Why did you sell? Why did you go short in here? And the market stopped you out. What is going to be your answer, everybody? Well, because the monthly found the low, in this case the higher low, right? So when you analyze the market, everybody, and before you enter any trades, you should check what the monthly is doing, what the weekly is doing, and what the daily is doing, right? And take it like this. So the monthly chart is the grandfather or the grandmother, right? This is the monthly. The weekly is the grandfather and the grandmother. Now let's add to this chart, and let's color code this in orange. Those are mom and dad, those are the parents. So what you're going to see on the daily chart, and you're going to look and cross-check the monthly and weekly, where you are going to see structure high, right? And then you're going to see structure low, everybody, on the daily, structure low. And then you're going to see structure high, the orange, and you're going to see structure low on the daily. And then you're going to see structure high and structure low. Okay? And all are going to converge when the monthly finds low. And then what is going to happen? Well, if the monthly is going to shoot up, what is going to do the daily? Structure high, structure low, structure high, structure low, and structure high. And back again, all the time frames are going to converge at the same high. Why is that? Because the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. Now, of course, you need to train this, and it's a little bit confusing because we were talking what to trade, right? Should we trade the daily chart, or should we trade the weekly chart, or should we trade the monthly chart? And until now, you have what? on the same currency pair at the same exact time. At the same exact time, you have structural uptrend from the monthly. You have structural uptrends and downtrends from the weekly, and I didn't draw even the highs and lows from the weekly. And this is why sometimes trading gets messy, right? And you are going to have even more structural uptrends and downtrends from the daily. Why is that? Well, because the lower the time frame, the more the waves, right? Does this make sense, everybody? The lower the time frame, the more the waves, right? And this is why sometimes trading is confusing. However, you need to understand the concept about the market direction. The higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. Passion, I don't understand. I know, don't worry. I know. We are going to get there slowly, step by step. Okay? First question, do you understand that the black line, the monthly, when it finds its low, structural low, is going to lead all the other time frames up? Do you understand this? This is the starting point. When the black line, when the monthly is going to find the higher low, is going to push all the lower time frames up. Of course, those time frames are going to wave. The market isn't going in a straight line, the market is going to wave. Right? So, do you understand this? Now, if you understand this, what is the monthly going to do when it finds a high? The first high of the uptrend. Just an example, when the monthly, the black one, finds the high, what is going to do with all the other time frames? Correct, is going to push down, is going to lead the retracement on all the other time frames, right? Now, what is confusing in this? Oh, should I only sell the market, or should I buy the market? Or if I'm in here, right? Let's crop this in pink and like this, and one more. If I'm in here between the two lines, I have structure down from the monthly, but I have uptrends and downtrends from the daily. Be careful, because you have only structural downtrend from the weekly, but you have uptrends and downtrends, structural uptrends and downtrends from the daily. And we didn't even draw the smaller time frame, which is I believe we are not going to do, but I believe it's clear right now what is the point, right? So what should you do in here? Should you only sell the downtrend? Should you go on smaller time frame and go long on the uptrend on the daily or 1 hour, 2 hour? Because there is going to be an uptrend structural on the smaller time frames, right? Yes, Miguel, it's very complex. Yes, indeed. But the point is this. So if you know that the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame, what are you going to do? Are you going to trade all over, which you can, and it's not a problem, right? But the final point is this: if you are going to trade trends that are against the structural higher trend, you need to know, because if you lose the trade, you need to explain to yourself or to your boss if you are working in a hedge fund or proprietary trading firm, it doesn't matter, or an investment bank, you need to explain to your boss or to yourself or to your investor why did you lose. Okay? Because one thing is for sure, everybody. One thing is for sure. Now let's talk about probability, right? Okay. Probability of success. Okay, let's talk about the probability of success. So let's clone this one, let's clone this one, and let's clone, no, I didn't, let's clone this one. Okay, and we are going to write on the left side structure trend. Let's color code this in black. Structure trend. Okay, so if we are talking about this space in here in the horizontal lines, okay, so if you know that the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame, and let's say that the monthly is in a in an up retracement, right? The monthly is in an up retracement, so it's down. The weekly, right, is also down. It's just an example. The daily is in an uptrend, structural uptrend, and the 1-2 hours are on the structural uptrend also. Okay, so the question is, you can have this, and you are going to have this in here. Look at this, look at the black line. The black line is down, the monthly chart is in an up retracement, it's falling down, it's an up retracement. Before it goes to the extension, it must retrace. Okay, but this is structure. Inside this structure, as we saw on here, EuroCAD, this is the live chart, this is the live market. You have structure, but you have more highs and lows. So this is the blue line in here. You are going to have more highs and lows. And then this retracement is going to be a structural downtrend from the weekly, right? This happens all the time, the structural downtrend from the weekly. So we have structure trend from the weekly, and green is down. But because you have the smaller the time frame, the more the waves, the more the trends, and the more structure, okay, you are going to have structural downtrend and structural uptrend. So in this chunk of price movement in here, the quadrant, the orange line, you have higher highs, higher low, you have structural passion. I don't see. Okay, let's color code this in pink. Let's color code this in pink. Let me see if you can see better. Yes, then let's color code this in orange, just to make a difference. Orange, and again here orange. Okay, so the pink is the structural uptrend in here, and this is from the daily chart, right? So let's color code differently because you don't see, right? So this is the lesson right now. You have the daily is up, right? And 1 and 2 hours is also, we are not going to draw because there's going to be too many highs and lows, and you are not going to see probably nothing, I mean anything. So let's color code in white with the 1-2 hour. This is one. Okay, so Passion, can I trade the uptrend? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can trade the structural uptrend, no problem whatsoever. But bear in mind that these two, the grandfather and the grandfather, are down. And they are going to tell to the son and to the what I believe is called the nephew, right? To the nephew to go down also. So father, son, nephew. I believe it's nephew, yes. Okay. So this is one probability of success. So what is the problem if you can trade? Well, the problem is you don't know where these two are going to change direction. And this is the risk, everybody. This is the risk. Oh, Passion, but if I trade 1 or 2 hour time frame trend structure and I cross check with the daily, can I go with the trend until the daily is up? And the answer is yes. Grandson, thank you, Miguel. Grandson, sorry, not nephew, grandson. Grandson, thank you, Miguel. Grandson. Okay? Grandson. So the grandfather is the black, the grandfather is the green, the father is the pink, and the grandson, thank you, Miguel, is the white. Okay? And the question is, Passion, can I trade the 1 or 2 hour chart structure? And I am referencing, I have for reference the daily structure. And the answer is absolutely yes. But this is not going to help you when the grandfather and the grandfather are going to shoot down, right? This is not going to help you. Why? Because if the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame, what is going to happen here in this exact point in time? If the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame, the weekly, which controls the daily and the 2 hour, 1 hour and lower, the weekly, because it's in a structural downtrend, the weekly is going to find a high here, is going to find a high, and what is going to do? When the weekly finds a high, what is going to do? The higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. When the weekly finds a high, what is going to do? You are going to have also a high, not structural high, but you are going to have a high also from the monthly. But you are going to see a weekly structure high. So when the weekly finds a high structure, what is going to do? And you are asking me, Passion, can I trade the daily? Can I trade the daily or 1 hour, 2 hour and cross-referencing with the daily? And I said, yes, yes, you can. Absolutely, you are going to have some winners in here. But when the weekly is going to find a structural high, what is going to do? What does this mean for the daily and 1 and 2 hours? When the weekly finds a high, everybody, is going to push down, is going to lead down the daily and the 1 and the 2 hours. Why? Because the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. This is why. This is what you need to learn today. The higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. Okay? And remember, while trading, the monthly time frame is going to lead the extension and the retracement trends inside the trends for the smaller time frames. Right? Okay? Now, if you want to cross-reference everybody, we need to write some more things here. So, it's go like this. monthly chart controls the weekly, daily, 1 and 2 hours, and 15-minute chart. Okay, 4. Okay, let's put it like this. This is 1, and we need the word controls. Controls. When we're talking about trading, everybody, so let's put it in here. Okay, so okay, edit label, sorry about that, everybody. So monthly, okay, you have the weekly, right? The weekly, okay, and text, you have the daily, okay, and you have the text, you have the 4/2/1 hour. Okay, we're talking about trading right now, and the last one you have the 30/15 minutes. Okay, so when we're talking about trading, everybody, the monthly controls the weekly chart. I'm talking about trading, not about analyzing the market. Okay, now and clone. The weekly controls the daily chart. Why do we need to know that? Because we need to know that because when you are looking at structure, as in this example, when the weekly chart finds the structural high, what is going to do? Is going to push down all the other time frames. So this goes here and this goes here, right? And the monthly doesn't just control the weekly, but it controls all the smaller time frames. Clone, right? Take a screenshot of this, everybody, and put it in front of your screen. I mean your trading station. Now the daily is going to control arrow the smaller time frames. What are the smaller time frames? Well, the smaller time frames are the 4 hour, the 2 hour, the 1 hour, and the 30-minute chart, 15-minute chart, right? Okay, and lastly you have the 4 hour, the 2 hour, the 1 hour, which is going to control the 30-minute chart and the 15-minute chart. Okay, you need to know these things, everybody. You need to understand when you are analyzing the chart. You need to understand this. You need to learn these things, everybody. This is the grammar of forex trading. This is the grammar. This is how you are going to structure your trades. This is how you are going to structure your sentences, right? So in trading is the same. This is the grammar. This is the language of the market, everybody. Okay, the monthly controls all the smaller time frames. The weekly controls the daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, so on. The daily controls the 4 to 1 hour, the 30 and the 50 minutes, and the 4 to and 1 hour chart controls the 30 and the 15-minute chart. Why is this important, everybody? Because the same concepts apply. In this example, the green line is the weekly chart. What if the green line was the 2-hour chart and you are trading on the 15 minutes or 30-minute chart? It's the same concept applies. The higher time frame is going to lead, is going to push down the smaller time frames, right? Now let's go back. I know it's complex, Miguel, don't worry. We are going to I'm telling you, everybody, watch the webinars, the same webinar again and again and again and again. And even if you are going to feel stupid, most likely, which I do, you are going to learn, because your conscious, your awareness is going to get bigger. And you're going to say, oh man, but this was not there before. Yes, it was. You just didn't realize. Your conscious is getting bigger and bigger. You need to be conscious about this, your awareness. Okay? So watch the webinars over and over and over again until you understand what we are talking in here. So this is one probability. Now let's clone this one and let's make another example. Okay? So you have an uptrend on the monthly. You have an uptrend on the weekly. You have an uptrend structure on the daily. And you have a downtrend from the 1 or 2 hours. What can you trade? What should you trade? What you need to be careful? What you shouldn't trade? Right? So what should you trade the 2-hour chart, everybody? I mean, I'm giving you the wrong question. Should you go short on the 2-hour chart? Because you are going to have structural downtrend on the 2-hour chart, but should you go short? What is the probability of success? Can you do this? Yes, you can, but what is the probability of success on this one? If you know that the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame, should you, even though you have all the Fibonacci's and the Ichimoku and MACD and stochastic, and your grandson told you that it's going to go down, and your voodoo teacher and the CEO of an investment bank told you the 2-hour time frame is going to go down, let's short. Should you short the market if you have the structure trend up on the monthly, the structure trend up on the weekly, the structure trend up on the daily, and everybody is telling you, go short, let's go short? What are you going to do, everybody? Are you going to listen to your education, or are you going to listen to your peers just to be friends? Ha ha ha. Let's lose together, right? Oh, it's not my fault. Oh, Jason told me that 2 hours is going down. Oh, it's not my fault. Dukascopy and the Dukascopy research team said that it's going to go down. The United States of America and Draghi told that this currency is going to go down. So it's not my fault, right? Of course it is your fault, because you have knowledge, everybody. You have education. So the answer is no. Even the whole world is telling you go down, you are going to listen to your education. Passion, can I win going short? Everybody, yes you can, but you are going to win by luck and not because of your education and knowledge. You know that there is no 100% right, and there are no guarantees. But if you understand and if you learn that the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame, you have no reason to go short on the smaller time frame. Oh yes, but I have the structural downtrend on the 2-hour, and I'm trading on the 15-minute chart. What about then, everybody? Can you win more time than you lose on the 15-minute chart? Passion, this is very complex. I know, believe me. I've been there learning all these things. I've been there. I've been there. So this is just one example, okay? You can trade, of course, but if you were me, I would go with the long trades. I would wait for the 2 hour to reverse and go with the overall trends from the monthly, weekly and daily. Why is that? Because the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. This is why. We have 4 minutes left, everybody. Okay? We have 4 minutes left, then I need to go. Let's make another example. So sometimes, not always, sometimes what happens? Sometimes happens that all the time frames are positioned in the same way, structurally, or even maybe not structurally. The structure and the trend, the highs and the lows, are positioned in the same way. Okay? Sometimes it's happened this. The example. Sometimes, especially when comes the position trade, everybody, when comes the position trade, you have the monthly. This is why the position trade are so important. The monthly, the weekly, the daily, and when the time comes, the 1 and 2 hour are going to be positioned in the same way. NZD CAD is a good example. NZD CAD, when the market finally decided to go short, the structure of all the time frames was down. NZD CAD, everybody, the monthly was down, still is, weekly was down, still is, daily still down, and 1 or 2 hour, I believe, is right now. All the structure is down. NZD CAD. Okay? Sometimes this happens. I would be not fair if I would tell you, oh, trade this and don't trade that. This is up to you, everybody. This is up to you. You know your trading style, you know your risk, okay? But I'm telling you, trade with the concepts. Trade with the concepts and trade with the rules. And if you lose, everybody, write down on your journal why did you lose, because there is always a technical, purely logical explanation, and you need to know if you want to grow as a trader, to become a professional. You need to know why are you winning and why are you losing. And this lesson here today is about losing. You lost here, why is that? The weekly time frame found the high. You lost here, why was that? Because the monthly found the low. Okay? Okay, everybody. Homework until tomorrow. If not tomorrow, this week, because as Miguel said, it's very complex. Do you use the stochastic or the graph to decide how the time frame is? No. Stochastic decides the bias, Miguel. Stochastic decides the momentum. Stochastic decides the short time momentum, not the structure of the trend. Do you use stochastic to decide how the chart? No, stochastic is a momentum indicator. Okay, it's not showing you the trend. What defines the structure? Lesson number 1, highs and lows define structure. Concept number 1, not all highs and lows are structure. Okay, so homework until tomorrow, everybody. Find the currency pair and analyze and try to decide what is the structure doing we did this already, but in relation to trading, right? In relation to trading, what is structure doing, and come up, everybody, with this chart or this scheme. Come up with this. Come up with like monthly structure is up, highs and lows are down. Weekly structure is down, highs and lows are up. And then try to decide what you're going to do and how much is going to be the probability of success of your trade. Okay, everybody, happy Monday! My head hurts. This is because it's Monday. Tomorrow is going to be an easier lesson. Until tomorrow, everybody, this is FXPassion. Stay strong, trade with passion. This is FXPassion signing off.